Hello friends, welcome to my channel MathAlcoholic. In this video I'll be discussing exercise 2.1 in vivid detail. Now before proceeding into the exercises, let me tell you one thing, that you must be very clear about the domain and range of definitions where these inverse trigonometric functions are defined. So for the sake of simplicity, I brought a table here, which is actually the table of NCERT, which is the table given in the NCERT, and it is the table everywhere, you may say. Now here the domain and range of sine inverse is -1 to 1 to -pi/2 to pi/2 respectively. The domain of cos inverse is -1 to 1 and range of cos inverse is 0, pi. So these are the principal values. The range that we are discussing here are the principal values. As you know that cos inverse -1 can take multiple values, but we only need values within the principal domain for these questions to be answered. Okay, so as you can clearly see, just you can pause the video once and have a look at this. Okay, so now we'll be starting the questions. Alright, so it is given in the first question that what is the principal value of sine inverse -1/2, as there can be many values to sine inverse -1/2. Now for the principal value, we know that the sine inverse always lies between what? The domain is always from -1 to 1, as it is very clear, and its principal value is -pi/2 to pi/2, as you can easily remember. Now we can say here, if we take question number 1, let sine inverse -half equal to theta, because it is always the case sine inverse is going to give me an angle, so hence we can say that sine theta equal to -half. But we can say that sine of -pi/6 is equal to -half. Okay, therefore we can say that theta is equal to -pi/6, and we are also going to write, since -pi/6 belongs to -pi/2 to pi/2. Okay, this is one method of writing it. Hence theta is equal to -pi/6. You can write this way. Coming to the second question, it is given to find the value of cos inverse √3/2. Okay, so let's find it in a very similar way. Cos inverse √3/2 is equal to anything. You can say it. Why? I am showing different methods of solving it, of writing it actually. Okay, so you can write here let. This is another standard form of writing this. So we can imply that cos y is equal to √3/2, but for y belongs to 0 to pi, which is the principal range, cos pi/6, we can say that cos pi/6 is equal to √3/2. Therefore we can say that y is equal to pi/6. Okay, this is the second way of writing it. Now coming to the third question, it is said to find cosec inverse 2. So it is, once again we will be writing in the same way. So let cosec inverse 2 be theta. So therefore cosec theta equals to 2. Alright, now if you can see that the range, the principal value of cosec theta is from -pi/2 to pi/2 excluding 0, because it is the same as sine, but since sine is not defined on 0, hence we can exclude 0 from the range. Now here, so we can write, now since no need to write since, you can say that cosec pi/6 is equal to 2. Okay, you are going to argue that pi/6 belongs to -pi/2 to pi/2 excluding 0. Okay, hence theta is equal to pi/6. That's the answer. Coming to the next question, it is said that find tan inverse -√3. Now if you have to find tan inverse -√3, so let tan inverse minus root 3 is equal to theta. So we can say that tan theta is equal to minus root 3. Now check it, that theta must belong to the principal range where the function is. So tan inverse, the principal range is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and here both are open because tan theta is not defined at pi by 2 and minus pi by 2. So we can say, since theta is equal to, see, tan pi by 3 is equal to minus root 3, so tan of minus pi by 3 is going to be minus root 3, right? So since theta is equal to minus pi by 3, this also lies in the principal range of tan inverse, which is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. We can say that tan minus pi by 3 is equal to minus root 3. Okay, so hence theta is equal to minus pi by 3. It is done. Now coming to question number 5, it is said that cos inverse of minus half. Okay, question number 5 says that we have to find cos inverse of minus half. Now let it equal to anything, suppose y, so we can see that cos y is equal to minus half. Now see here, you cannot give any negative values because the range of cos inverse is from 0 to pi. If you remember, it is positive from 0 to pi, so you have to find any value from 0 to pi only that can satisfy this equation. So if you can see clearly that cos of pi minus x is equal to minus cos x, if you remember it, this formula for from class 11. So we can say that minus half is a resultant of cos 60 pi by 3, and it is pi minus pi by 3 to be minus half, to be minus cos 60. So here x is equal to pi by 3. Okay, hence the angle is pi minus pi by 3, that is 2 pi by 3, because the value has to lie between 0 and pi. So 2 pi by 3 is the only solution from 0 to pi that satisfies this. Okay, so we are going to write this. Now we know that the range of principal values of cos inverse is, as I said, it is from 0 to pi, and we can say that cos 2 pi by 3 is equal to minus half. Okay, this is a very standard way of writing. If you can solve every question like this, it is great. Hence y is equal to 2 pi by 3, and the value of cos inverse minus half is 2 pi by 3. By this writing, the examiners are going to be most satisfied. Okay, this is the perfect, you may say, and others are also very good. Now coming to the last question for this video, we are given to find tan inverse minus 1. So tan inverse minus 1 is equal to anything, theta, let. So that implies that tan theta is equal to minus 1. Once again, we know that the range of principal values of tan inverse is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Alright, and we can clearly see that tan of minus pi by 4 is equal to minus tan of pi by 4 is equal to minus 1. Hence we can say the value of tan inverse minus 1 is minus pi by 4. Okay, that completes this solution. So I hope you have no problem. It is just basic and very easy. If you have any problem, please feel free to use the comment section. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll be meeting you in the next video.